Welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And the New Jersey Devils going into Pittsburgh, riding a 3-game winning streak, looking to capture that elusive 4th consecutive victory. It hasn't happened in 26 months, a full 2 years and 2 months additional from in January of 23 during that magical 22-23 season, which saw a franchise record 112 points before beating the Rangers in a beautiful 7-game playoff series. That is the last time the New Jersey Devils were able to win 4 in a row. Heading to Pittsburgh yesterday, looking to get it done and break the streak, and it didn't happen. Once again, the New Jersey Devils fail in Game 4, trying to get 4 in a row. For whatever reason, it cannot happen. Completely frustrating. Felt good about the game going into it. I really did. Devils riding a 3-game streak, obviously playing a new brand of hockey. Things seem to be going in the right direction. The power of Mrs. Fields' cookie. Everything was great. We go to Pittsburgh, a team that we've been dominating as of late, winning 9 of our previous 10 matchups against them, and they fall. The New Jersey Devils lose to the Penguins by a score of 7-3. A painful game. It was much closer than the score may indicate. I'm not even going to waste my time going through all the goals here, but Cody Glass continues to produce. He gives the Devils a 1-0 lead. Midway through the first period, he now has 4 points in 4 games, looking like he's going to be a regular contributor in the bottom 6 of this New Jersey Devils club. I expect to see him, here for the next few years at a minimum, I'd imagine, but I think he will be in a very good piece of the bottom 6. Devils up 1-0. Then they give up 2 goals late in under the 3-minute mark in the first period. Just two quick goals, 25 seconds apart for the Penguins, and they walk out of the period with a 2-1 lead, which it looked like Devils were going to lead 1-0 after 1. Quickly becomes a 2-1 deficit. Sloppy play. Penguins score again. Raquel gets one in the second period. Devils go into the third period down 3-1. They get the first goal in the third period. Devils down 4-1. And then thanks to multiple high stickings where our guys bled and we got double minors, Timo on the right side on the power play gets his 19th of the season. Nico Hischier gets his 28th on a power play a minute later. And that was all the scoring the Devils would do. They cut it to 4-3, looking like they were going to make a surge to come back, but they never could. Penguins get a power play later in the third. They take the 5-3 lead, and that's it. We pull the goalie. They get 6-3, and then they scored another one after the empty net with Markstrom in net. Win 7-3. Very brutal game for Jacob Markstrom. He looked to struggle all night for whatever reason, and, it might take some time for him to readjust coming back from his injury. He missed 5 weeks, and he hasn't played great since he's been back, and the team, quite frankly, has not played great in a lot of his starts, but I do believe this one's going to sting for Markey, because if he had played anywhere near how he was playing before his injury, I think we would have won this game, despite the Devils not having one of their best games. We get to the game stats. Devils with 27 shots on goal, Penguins with 23. Devils 45% on the faceoffs, Penguins 55%. Devils 2 for 6 on the power play. Glad to see at least the power play coming back to life. It has struggled mightily over the past couple games, and that was something I wanted to see improve last night against the Pens. It did. Unfortunately, it was in a loss. Hopefully that's something that can continue down the stretch here and into the playoffs should the Devils make it, which they should. Penguins go 1 for 3 on the power play. Devils 23 hits, Penguins with 22 hits. Devils 8 block shots, Penguins with 16 block shots. Devils with 20 giveaways, the Penguins with 23 giveaways. Devils with 2 takeaways, the Penguins with 4 takeaways. And that is all she wrote. Stinker of a game. Stinker for the team mostly. Stinker for Markey. Congratulations to Jesper Bratt with his 3 assists. He has now tied the franchise record set by Scott Stevens. Crazy to see. Bratter sitting at 60 assists, which is a single-season Devils record, tied with Scotty, and that'll probably be broken the next game or one after that, but he should obliterate that record, it's looking like. He could conceivably finish with like 70, 75 assists. Good for Bratter. We'll see how far he could push his points total. Hopefully get some meaningful goals down the stretch here and help the New Jersey Devils continue to win games. That is now 3 consecutive games for Jesper Bratt with 3 points in each. What a tear. 9 points over 3 games. insane. He had a goal and 2 assists versus Columbus in that huge pre-playoff war. He had a goal and 2 assists against the Oilers, and then 3 assists last night against the Pens. 9 points in his last 3 games. Insane. 3 points a game. Wow. What a monster little stretch for Bratter, stepping up in Jack's absence. But the whole team's got to step up, and they got to get right back on the horse and get back to winning hockey. Monday is a massive, massive game. Massive game Monday in Columbus, playing the Blue Jackets. Again, not easy to beat a team twice in a row, especially when you are trying to hold on to the 3rd place in the Metro playoff spot, and they're right at your heels. We obviously beat them a few days ago, and they're going to be looking for revenge in their barn. I expect them to respond. And also of troubling note, I would say, they've been shut out their last 2 games, the Blue Jackets. What are the odds of the Devils shutting them out to make it 3 in a row? I would love to see it, but I always get worried about a team that was playing pretty good for a stretch there, and now they've been shut out in their last 2. Probably going to be furious, and also looking to get revenge on the Devils from a couple days ago. And so the Devils got to bring their A game, and they got to come out flying like they did at the Rock against the Blue Jackets. Come out flying. They had a 3-goal outburst in the first period against them. Hopefully they find a way to kind of replicate that. I expect them to be pulling out all the stops. They desperately want to make the playoffs, and they would love our spot. They would absolutely love our spot, but overall, not a great game for the Devils. The only encouraging thing I could say is that Bratt continues to dominate. Timo gets a goal in the loss. The march of Meier continuing. The situation with Markey is troublesome. I don't know. Hopefully he gets back to top level form, but I am worried about it. Who knows how this injury is going to affect him and everything else. And that's why Tom Fitzgerald and the Devils wanted another veteran like Jake Allen to be here in the mix. Should Markey struggle and not really find his game after this injury, which I hope is not the case, but you have to understand it is a possibility, Jake Allen is here, and he's been capable all season long. Jake Allen, guys. I mean, that's a great insurance policy to have. That's why they wanted him in this tandem. And just to, let's see, I didn't check since the other day when his numbers updated. Jake Allen on the season with a 2.6 goals against and a .911 save percentage. I expected his goals against to be a little lower, but he did get lit up in a few games, which is probably tanking or hurting his numbers pretty bad for the season. But if you took out a couple of those bad games, they'd be much better. But in the end, 2.6 and .911 is pretty damn good. And the team has deserted him on a lot of his starts. Hopefully we don't need to rely on him as much, but I'm very, very thankful that we have the 2 of them. And we also have Nico Dawes in the equation should another injury or catastrophe strike. So I am keeping an eye on this. It might be a heavy dose of Jake Allen down the stretch if Markey continues to struggle. We will find out. Maybe he's still hurt. I don't know. I don't really want to speculate or whatever. It is what it is. But we have 2 guys. One of them will figure it out. One of them will get it done. And we also have Dawes. But let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments. I'm very curious. A lot of people I know are down on Markey, but you also have to be realistic that, he hasn't played in 5 weeks, and maybe the injury's still lingering. I don't know. But before you guys spout off nonsense and this and that, we would likely not be in a playoff spot right now if it wasn't for the Jacob Markstrom heroics earlier in the season. So please don't forget that. There was games in December and January that we had no business getting points in, and we either got a point or 2 points because of Markstrom standing on his head. I do believe if we did not have him earlier in the season, we very well may be on the outside looking in terms of the playoffs. Yes, I fully agree. He has struggled since he came back from his injury. Hopefully he figures it out, but do not forget, do not be short-sighted or have a very recency bias. Without Markey, we're probably not in a playoff spot right now, and that's the reality. But let me know what you thought about the game in the comments. Throw out anything else, New Jersey Devils hockey. Anything, everything Devils, throw it out there. I enjoy talking to all of you. I'm super gutted we could not get that elusive 4th win. I really thought this was our time to get it. But the 4-game winning streak curse, if you will, continues. I would love to see them get it before the end of the season, but they're running out of time and may have to wait till next season. But I would love winning 3 out of every 4. That's good enough for me. I don't need to win 4 in a row if we could consistently win 3 out of 4. But I'll be back soon. Tons of stuff in the works. Monday's huge. Monday is another pre-playoff game war. Rangers just shut them out. Jackets have been shut out 2 games in a row now, and they're going to be looking. They're going to be looking for revenge on us, and they're going to be looking to get those 2 points because they need it desperately, as do we. And that's it. That is it. Depressing game for the Devils. Hopefully they bounce back. Who knows who we'll see in net. If I had to bet on it, I'd probably think Allen, but who knows? Who knows? I'll be back soon. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.